Good afternoon and welcome to my channel, Watercolor Painting in the Afternoon. I'm Beth. Today I wanted to show you this book that I got. I'm going to do a quick review of it, and maybe in my next video I'll do an example of something that she taught. This is a watercolor course by Leslie Frontz. I think I'm saying that right. And I bought this at St. Louis Art Supply, but I'm sure you could probably get it on Amazon or wherever you want to get it. But she has a very loose way of painting, which I admire. I always liked it. And she has these guided lessons for both beginners and experienced artists, which I kind of consider myself both of those things. I'm still very much a beginner in so many ways, but also I've got, a good bit of experience with it too. So I really needed that kind of work. So she has a chapter on choosing your materials, on interpreting subjects as shapes, putting values to work, mastering the properties of color, understanding the fundamentals of line, conveying dynamic textures, and expressing the mood of a subject. And I really got a lot of good advice from her and from this book. A lot of good techniques and ideas. So, get past the materials here. Let me see, where does the next chapter starts? Somewhere along in here. This one is about your shapes, and I'm hoping at some point to do a video that talks about shape with you, because it's such an important part of a good composition. This was one of her lessons. So she has a photograph and she wants you to pay attention to the shapes as they appear in the photograph. And then she'll give you, kind of how to put these shapes into your painting. And while you can't really see it, there is a drawing on this page. Maybe you can see it very, very lightly right there. I'm trying to get the light not to shine on it directly there. But she shows you how to put in the background and then to put in the basic shapes. And by the time you're done, you have a completed picture. So I think this is a very good book. I did think it might be a little hard to understand if you really are a true beginner and you've not done this and you've not watched many videos on it. It might be a little bit hard to follow, but there's lots of stuff for you to practice. She gives you step-by-step formula for completing a work, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, it's a good book. I liked it. I did this one. Let me see if I can actually find it, because I used my Hahnemuhle sketchbook here to practice with, and so mine looks nothing like hers. But I did try, right? I did try. This was that first one I showed you. Here are the roses, and of course, hers is so much better than mine, but you're capturing shapes. This is the central shape here. And of course you've got these lines coming down and lines coming up, which draw your eye back into that central shape. So I thought that was a really interesting letter, and then a lesson. And then I tried my own hand at it, did a bike in the bushes, and then there's a water line back there that you can barely see. I needed to make that darker. And then the trunks going up. So this is the shape right here. This is the shape that you want to concentrate on. So, and I did other lessons. We had value, and she wanted us to make a value scale, so I did. And then using values in a painting. So anyway, I'll show you more of that later. But yeah, it's a really good book. Here's the roses as she paints it, and she lets you see. You see how much better hers is. But she lets you see how she does it, and it's really cool. So if you're interested in this book, I did get it from St. Louis Art Supplies, and I think you'll enjoy it. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, please give me a really quick like and thumbs up, and give me a comment if you are interested in this book. Thanks a lot.